Good morning. Good morning, everyone. We're going to start in maybe about 5 minutes. There's some folks who are still looking for parking and trying to get here. But if you want to take the opportunity to take photos of medals right now, please do while we're waiting. But we'll get started in about 5 minutes or so. Okay? Thank you. Good morning again. Good morning. If we can get seated, we'll get started in just a minute. So please be seated. Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you today, and I can think of no better day than July 4th, Independence Day, for everyone to come and recognize the veterans who served in World War II. So thank you for taking time out of your weekend to come. I just want to have a couple housekeeping items before we start the program. Please put your cell phones on mute so as to not disturb the program. So the event will be live streamed on YouTube. We have the Chinese American Citizens Alliance channel on YouTube. It will be live streamed there and also will be available for viewing after the events are over, once we have everything done and uploaded. And also we will have photos that will be taken of the recipients with the medals and the presenters, and that will be downloaded to probably like a Google Drive or something, and we'll send out the link for everyone to download the photos. So that information will be forthcoming. So again, I want to welcome everybody to this very momentous event today, and without further delay, we're going to get started. Please stand for the presentation of colors and the national anthem. If you're able to remain standing, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of America, for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. I would like to now invite Richard Al to come give the invocation.
Almighty God, please bless this gathering, the Congressional Gold Medal recipients, the families and friends, and all the that have made this, all the players that have made this ceremony possible. In your name, Almighty God, amen.
Thank you. Next, we have a series of greetings. The first one is from the Speaker of the House, the Honorable Nancy Pelosi. She really wanted to be here in person to welcome all of you and congratulate each and every one of you on receiving the Congressional Gold Medal. However, her schedule did not allow her to be here in person, but she is sending her greetings through a video. Please enjoy.
As Speaker of the House, it is my official privilege to bring greetings to the Chinese-American World War II veterans of Northern California as their extraordinary valor and patriotism is recognized with Congress's highest honor, the Congressional Gold Medal. Thank you to Davis Chin and the Chinese American Citizens Alliance for organizing this beautiful celebration stretching across Northern California. And we are grateful for your leadership alongside the American Legion and the Veterans of Foreign Wars in partnership with KPAC and the Congress to pass legislation to bestow this richly deserved award. Indeed, today, Northern California's treasured Chinese American veterans take their rightful place in the pantheon of American heroes. From the fields of Western Europe to the beaches of the Pacific, you served with distinction in every branch of our armed forces and helped secure victory for the Allies. And because of your heroism, we were able to defeat the evils of tyranny and advance the promise of freedom all around the world. It is truly a testament to your unending patriotism that despite suffering nearly a century of bigotry and discrimination, you are still willing to put your lives on the line for our nation. These Congressional Gold Medals are an expression of our deepest gratitude and respect for your heroism and sacrifice. In San Francisco and across Northern California, we have long celebrated the extraordinary contributions of Chinese Americans, especially those of the greatest generation, to our cultural fabric. As we say in San Francisco, the beauty is in the mix. That is why the Congress enacted the COVID-19 hate crimes bill to protect our beautiful, diverse AAPI community from heartbreaking violence. I'm so proud to be your representative in Congress, and it is an honor to finally etch your names into the history books. In accepting the Congressional Gold Medal, you bring luster to this award, just as your service has brought luster to the United States of America. On behalf of your grateful nation, thank you for your service and congratulations on receiving this most prestigious award.
Next, we have some greetings from Ed Gore, who is the National Director of the Chinese American World War II Recognition Project. Major General William Chen and Major General Robert Lee. And they're going to talk a little bit about how this project came to fruition and why it's so important for the Chinese American veterans of World War II to be recognized.
Welcome to today's regional ceremony to honor the Chinese American veterans of World War II. On behalf of Chinese American Citizens Alliance, the host of today's Congressional Gold Medal ceremony, it's a pleasure and honor to be with you, our veterans and family and friends of our veterans. I'm Ed Gore, past National President of Chinese American Citizens Alliance, or CACA, and National Director of the Chinese American World War II Veterans Recognition Project. But today is your special day, where we come to present to you the nation's highest civilian award, the Congressional Gold Medal. While this is a day to celebrate the award you're about to receive, it's also a day of solemn remembrance for the more than 90% of your sisters and brothers who have already passed, who are also medal honorees. You know and I know they would have loved to have received it with you and their families. Well, to truly appreciate who and why we're here today, I feel it's important for each of us who are descendants of a Chinese American World War II veteran to know how this effort came about. So let me just take a couple of minutes here to speak about that and how this project began, how challenging it was to get this bill through Congress and eventually signed into law by President Trump in 2018. During the time I assumed the national presidency and the responsibilities thereof, I thought we needed to do something to have more membership benefits. I also remember when I was just younger and I had something called hair. It was many of the older members who served in the World War II, who provide examples and stories of their loyal CACA involvement in this community. So encouraged by the efforts of those who led the Nisei and Filipino Congressional Gold Medal efforts, we initiated it with the leadership and members of CACA in 2017 with the introduction of Senate Bill S-1050 and House Bill HR 2358. We were faced with severe challenges of reaching 2/3 of the 435 House representatives and 2/3 of the 100 senators to co-sponsor the bill. Well, you know, after year one, we were about halfway through and getting 67 senators needed, but less than 20% of the 290 House members needed. Well, in year two, we received a significant infusion of help from two key members of our retired military, Major General Bill Chen and Major General Robert Lee. They and a determined group of blitzed into both houses of Congress to reach the 69 senators and 303 House members to pass the bill. Both houses passed with unanimous consent, and Public Law 115-337 was signed into law by President Trump in 2018. All of this happened miraculously in one session of Congress. That is done. I heartily thank both General Chen and General Lee for their contributions to the effort and holding CACA to the fire to finish this mission. So one of the primary reasons we have retired military members presenting to you is because they, as Chinese Americans, represent the highest ranking individuals for which many of you, as veterans, laid the groundwork for their opportunity to advance today. But the challenge remains this: your stories must continue to be told and shared with your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, so that they'll know what Papa and Mama, Gongo and Popo did during World War II to serve the country of their choosing. We know for the majority of our veterans and families who are from southern China, Guangdong, Toisan, this is about your story coming to the United States to have a better life for your families. You served proudly, side by side, with other Americans during a dark period of world history. One of the things I've learned the most from the veterans and sons and daughters who have applied to receive the Congressional Gold Medal is how much pride and joy they see in their communities, knowing that the Congress of the United States has voted to give them this award to their families. Share that pride and joy by telling the stories of service and sacrifice. Thank you for your service, your dedication to duty, your commitment to the cause, and the examples you've given to all of us. May God continue to bless you, bless our country. Congratulations on this day.
I'd like to highlight the significance of the service and the sacrifices of our Chinese American World War II veterans as part of the story arc of Chinese American World War II veterans. The primary basis for the award of the Congressional Gold Medal to the Chinese American World War II veterans was their service, in spite of the discriminatory aspects of the 1882 Chinese Exclusion Act, not repealed until December of 1943. Of the 20,000 Chinese American veterans who served, approximately 40% were non-US citizens. They were denied citizenship, had no rights, couldn't vote, no homesteading. Yet they proudly served as Americans. We must forever remember, honor, and preserve the legacy of our Chinese American World War II veterans. They defended the freedom that we so much enjoy today. They demonstrated their skills, competencies, loyalty, and patriotism. They served with pride and proudly served as Americans. They opened up opportunities for all Chinese Americans to be a part of mainstream America post-World War II. Through their hard work and sacrifice, they enabled our follow-on generations to live the American dream. And they continued the legacy of progress of Chinese in America as initially established by Chinese railroad workers. There is much in common between Chinese railroad workers and Chinese American World War II veterans. Both groups were forgotten, ignored, and excluded. Yet both groups are unsung heroes. Finally, on May 10, 2019, at the 150th anniversary of the Transcontinental Railroad, Chinese railroad workers were fully honored and recognized. And this completed the story arc of Chinese railroad workers. Finally, on December 9th, 2020, some 75 years after the end of World War II, at the Speaker of the House ceremony for the award of the Congressional Gold Medal, Chinese American World War II veterans were honored and recognized. And this completed the story arc of Chinese American World War II veterans. In my case, I am a descendant of a Chinese railroad worker who worked the second Transcontinental Railroad, the Southern Pacific Railroad, from California to El Paso, Texas. I am also a descendant of a Chinese American World War II veteran who was a pilot in the China Air Task Force and 14th Air Force in the China-Burma-India Theater. I'm honored to pay tribute to our Chinese American World War II veterans. Our current and future generations owe a huge debt to our Chinese American World War II veterans. Let us remember, honor, and preserve their legacy.
I want to congratulate our Chinese American World War II veterans on your award of the Congressional Gold Medal. This medal depicts that Chinese American World War II veterans served in every service, fought in all campaigns, and fought on land, sea, and air. Many of you were not American citizens, but you all served proudly as Americans. This recognition is such a rare honor because you are remarkable American patriots, because it is so well deserved, and because it finally sets things right. Stand tall, Chinese American World War II veterans. You have joined the ranks of other distinguished recipients of the highest award that Congress can bestow on behalf of the American people. You are now in the same company as George Washington, Ulysses Grant, Douglas MacArthur, Dwight Eisenhower, as well as other special units like the Navajo Code Talkers, the Tuskegee Airmen, the Nisei and Filipino soldiers, all distinguished recipients of the Congressional Gold Medal. I have been involved with previous Congressional Gold Medal awards, and many worked hard to pass the law that awarded the Congressional Gold Medal to Chinese American veterans of World War II. From my view, the Chinese American Citizens Alliance made this award and recognition possible. My special thanks go to past National President Ed Gore for starting the recognition effort and guiding all the steps necessary until passage. Congratulations to all recipients of the Congressional Gold Medal.
Next, I would like to invite Rear Admiral Jonathan Ewan to come say a few words.
Well, good morning, everyone. Well, thank you to CACA for this wonderful event. Thank you for the American Legion, Cathay Post, VFW for this celebratory event. What a great day. Let's give them a round of applause, please. So it's kind of funny, when I think back when I was a child, back when I had long hair, I remember looking at the pictures of my 4 uncles in their Army Air Corps and Merchant Marine uniforms, proudly serving for World War II. But I didn't know back then until now, and recently, that they were serving with 20,000 other proud Chinese American veterans. That's pretty amazing. And so when I was thinking about their stories, I thought about a quote from John Quincy Adams, and it goes like this: "I became a warrior so that my son could become a merchant, so that his son could become a poet." And maybe that reflects some of the deeds and the honors that these men and women invested in our future. And it's kind of exciting when you think about that. And we need these stories. This morning I was walking about and talking to some of you, and you were sharing with me your stories. And our future generations need those stories. Why? We need those so that we can know who we are, where we came from, and maybe even what we can be in the future. That's kind of exciting too. You know, we stand on the shoulders of our World War II veterans. These folks fought for the rights that they, at that time, didn't fully realize themselves that we now enjoy. But they fought for the country of their choice. On behalf of Congress and the Honorable Nancy Pelosi, thank you for your dedicated service. And I'd like to wish you all continued fair winds and following seas.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to invite Helen Wong, Commander, American Legion, Cathay Post 384.
Thank you very much, Melanie, and everyone here today. I am the commander of Cathay Post 384, and I'm probably the first Chinese American female veteran who has commanded the post that we know about. There have been other female veterans in the post, but as far as we know, they've never stuck around long enough to go up the rank. But as we all know, as long as you volunteer for one event, they get your name. And then pretty soon you go up the ranks, right? Okay. You know, my intention was never to become a veteran. When I was going to school, all my friends, my peers, were being drafted for the Vietnam War. And so that was one thing. That was not a good time to be an Asian in the military. And as a lot of you know, I have comrades here in Cathay Post. We have our VFW brothers and sisters. It was hard for many of them. But, you know, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And as our previous speakers have said, when you get called to duty, you do your duty. And if I had listened to my dad, who is a World War II veteran, whenever we'd ask him, well, what did you do during World War II? We knew he was in the Army. We knew he was airborne because we used to play with his parachute. You know, they used to use it to cut our hair, you know, throw it around us, cut our hair. Okay, so we knew he was in the service, but his service time in Europe was so horrific. All he would say to us is, war is hell. And pretty much, you know, those of you who have served, are serving, have served, you know, you don't go into the military for a good time. Once in a while, you might get a good duty, but for the most part, you're there to work. And that is what our World War II veterans have imparted on us. Many of us are the sons and daughters of World War II veterans. They never complained. They did their duty. They never thought they were heroes, though they are our heroes. In our eyes, they are heroes. So for today, I want to thank you for being here. Again, taking time to be part of this service, and I thank CACA for putting together this ceremony. And if not for them and our collaborative efforts, then we wouldn't be able to do this. Thank you.
Thank you, Helen. Next, I would like to invite Raymond Wong, Commander, the VFW 91st Division, Chinatown Post 4618.
Thank you, Melanie. Yes, I'm Raymond Wong, Commander of VFW 4618, San Francisco. In the fall of 1945, our veterans returned from having served our country in the battlefields of World War II. This post was founded on the bond of comradeship, the opportunity to develop new friendships, and to serve our disabled, needy, and less fortunate fellow veterans. On December 5th, 1945, Chinatown Post 4618 was established. Eventual consolidation with World War I VFW post gave our post a founding date of July 22, 1912. I would like to thank the Chinese American Citizens Alliance, Melanie, Davis, Ed Gore, for sponsoring the Congressional Gold Medal for Chinese American World War II veterans. Over 20,000 Chinese Americans served during World War II. It is my honor to be present for this prestigious award. Chinese Americans served during World War II amid prejudice, including the Chinese Exclusionary Act. Yet they served with patriotism and deep commitment to the United States. These brave men and women served in all branches throughout the world, and it's about time to present them with the award recognition of their service. As a U.S. Navy retired Chief Petty Officer and Vietnam War combat veteran, I'm thankful for the veterans who have served and come before me. I'd like to congratulate the recipients of the Congressional Gold Medal, and thank you for being here.
Thank you. Next, I would like to invite Calvin Louie, San Francisco Lodge President, to come give his greetings.
Thank you, Melanie. Good morning to everyone. I want to welcome you to our lodge here in San Francisco. You know, CACA is proud to sponsor the Gold Medal Project. I totally agree with all the speakers that came before me about recognizing the Chinese Americans that served in World War II with the Congressional Gold Medal. You know, if this was the Olympics and you received the gold medal, that means you're a winner. So to all the recipients later today, you are all winners. You know, 2 weeks ago was Father's Day, and I couldn't be more proud of my father. He served in World War II with the U.S. Navy. So I'm proud of what he did during World War II. So today, for me, today is his day. You know, I've been through quite a few of these ceremonies yesterday and today, and when I see the smile on the faces of all these recipients, all these veterans, the family and friends, makes me want to do a tour of duty myself. But like Edgar, over time, I lost my hair. I can't see as well. I can't hear, but I want to sign up. So congratulations to all the recipients today. Thank you.
Thank you, Calvin. Next, I would like to invite Doug Wong, CACA Oakland Lodge President.
Good morning, everyone. Like Melanie said, I'm the president of the Oakland Lodge. The Oakland Lodge members extend its congratulations to our recipients, and they want to thank you for taking this time out of this wonderful weekend to come here and honor our veterans. Some of the things I want to tell you about was we have veterans in our lodge, and I got to talk with them. We've done some presentations to veterans who could not make it this weekend, and their stories are always touching. One of the things I found out was Chinese American soldiers were not allowed into the USO. So as they came into the city of Oakland to get on transport ships, they had nothing to do. So the Chinatown females started the American Red Cross Chinese American Auxiliary, and they provided entertainment and refreshments to these soldiers. Now think about this. American soldiers going to fight for this country aren't allowed in a USO canteen. Stunning, isn't it? So to me, after I came back from Vietnam, I talked to my father and my father-in-law, who never really talked about their experiences. So that was our shared common among us. And I realized World War II veterans are our greatest generation. That generation went to war, whether they served in the United States or in foreign lands. They gave their all for us today to celebrate Independence Day. Something to think about. Congratulations to people receiving the Congressional Gold Medal. It's one of the highest honors that I felt when my father got it last night, and my brothers were there. And they didn't quite understand what my father went through, but they did after last night. So take the medal, look at it, remember your generation, and if they're still alive, get that information, get that history. A lot of times they may not remember. Give them time. It's like me. My daughter said, "But Dad, you promised." I don't remember. So thank you very much on behalf of the Oakland Lodge for being here. Enjoy the ceremony.
Thank you, Doug. Okay. Next, we're very proud to show you a film featurette. We serve with pride the road to the Congressional Gold Medal. The film is a collaboration between CACA National and Montgomery Hom, who is an Emmy Award-nominated director, producer, and military historian. You know, Chinese Americans have been involved in every conflict since the Civil War. How many of you know that we had Chinese in the Civil War, both in the South and the North? But their service and their stories are often under-recognized and forgotten. And what Montgomery has been trying to do is that he's been in the forefront of trying to tell those stories and preserve those stories of our veterans. This special featurette presents an intimate first-hand look at the Chinese American experience who served in World War II and highlights CACA's effort in getting the bill passed for the Chinese American World War II Congressional Gold Medal. Please enjoy.
Yesterday,
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
It's hard to believe that nearly 8 decades have passed since that fateful morning on December 7th, 1941, when Pearl Harbor was attacked. Aloha, I'm Pamela Young. More than 16 million Americans served in our armed forces during World War II. For Chinese Americans, the story of their service to our country was nearly forgotten. Their stories of heroism and sacrifice are only now being told and recognized by a grateful nation. The Chinese-American military experience began during the American Civil War of 1861 to 1865. A small number of Chinese served in the Union and Confederate forces during the bloody conflict on American soil. During World War I, Chinese Americans enlisted in the United States Army to fight in the European War.
Over there, send the word over there.
By late 1918, the doughboys of the American Expeditionary Force engaged the enemy. Chinese American soldiers distinguished themselves on the battlefields of France. By mid-1930s, Chinese Americans were about to enter a new kind of war.
This is the Battle of China. This, the fearful beginning of a new kind of war. This, the first mass bombing from the air of a helpless civilian population.
The Japanese invasion of China seemed unstoppable. Chinese Americans stepped up as volunteers to fight the Japanese forces and to help save a desperate China. America was preparing for the winds of war as it enacted its first peacetime draft in October 1940.
For the first time in our history, we began mobilizing an army while still at peace.
This is the Army, Mr. Jones. No private room for telephone.
In Chinatown, the rush is just as great and enthusiastic as elsewhere.
Chinese American draftees were among the first. The Hawaiian Islands, one of the most strategic American military sites, now became the target of aggression as the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941.
The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
America was now at war. The first island battle in the Pacific was fought at Wake Island. From December 8th to the 23rd, civilians aided the Marine and naval personnel against overwhelming Japanese forces, which eventually forced them to capitulate. 64 Chinese-American civilian contractors were captured and sent to prison camp for the duration of the war. 22 of these men were from Hawaii. After the decisive victory at the Battle of Midway, American forces began its offensive against Germany and Japan. Chinese-American personnel were now engaged in combat operations around the world. They fought at Guadalcanal, the China-Burma-India Theater, from North Africa to Sicily, from the Normandy invasion to the German Rhineland, from the Pacific to the Mediterranean and European theater of operations. Chinese Americans helped to defeat our enemies on all fronts. Up to 20,000 Chinese Americans served in World War II. in spite of the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. 1 out of every 5 Chinese in America served their country. They served in every branch of service: the Army Air Forces, the Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and Merchant Marines. For the first time, Chinese American women enlisted in the United States military. The small but significant number of Chinese American women in uniform helped to break the racial and gender barriers. They were assigned to a variety of stateside duties, and some were sent overseas. 2 Chinese American women flew with the Women's Air Force service pilots. Women on the home front stepped up as war workers at aircraft factories and naval shipyards. They served as Red Cross volunteers and also created the first Chinese USO canteen for servicemen. With the defeat of Germany and Japan, World War II was finally over. The men and women in uniform returned home. Utilizing the GI Bill and their veteran status, they ultimately helped to establish a modern, vibrant, post-war Chinese community. With the advent of the 75th anniversary of the ending of World War II, an idea for congressional recognition for our Chinese American veterans began with the efforts of the Chinese American Citizens Alliance. They led the way for the idea of a congressional medal for our veterans. It was to become a reality.
You know, when I started this journey with Chinese American Citizens Alliance back in 2016, we knew really that time was against us with the aging World War II veterans. We really wanted to give our World War II veterans a final honor. We had to start locating the families and survivors to get as many signed up as possible. You know, one of the goals of this project was to get the children and grandchildren involved to really see that they had made a great sacrifice for this country. Throughout their lives, many Chinese dedicated themselves to prove that we are as patriotic as any other groups who served in the military.
We wanted the medal to depict that Chinese American veterans served in every theater of war and fought on air, land, and sea. Additionally, we wanted to recognize Chinese American women that served during World War II. The common occupation was a nurse, found in the Army, Army Air Force, and the United States Navy. Although 40% of the veterans could not be citizens, they were proud to serve as Americans.
The Congressional Gold Medal is the highest award given by Congress to civilian individuals or groups, and what it really means to veterans as well as the families is final recognition for all the contributions made by Chinese Americans in the U.S. Armed Services. We also remember the Chinese Americans who gave their lives in service to our country. Francis B. Y., Captain, 34th Infantry Regiment, United States Army. Captain Y is the only Chinese American recipient of the Congressional Medal of Honor. Hua Kao Kong, Lieutenant, 353rd Fighter Squadron, United States Army Air Force. Harold K. Lee, Corporal, 60th Infantry Regiment, United States Army. David G. Lem, Lieutenant, 499th Bomb Squadron, United States Army Air Force.
War is a time that tries the souls of men and women. And World War II was a time when every patriotic soul was needed. America's 20,000 Chinese American veterans were there, and they stood for America and earned today's thanks, the thanks of a grateful nation. And so, to you, America's Chinese Americans veterans, thank you and God bless you. And God bless as well the nation that stands today, because on a dangerous yesterday, America's veterans, including America's Chinese American veterans, stood for her.
I hope everybody enjoyed the film. Next, I would like to invite Major General Steve Tom to come say a few words about the actual medal itself.
Thank you, Melanie. Good morning, everyone. As introduced, my name is Stephen Tom. I'm a retired Army Major General. And you heard from the speakers that you just heard about the significance and the history of the Chinese American Veterans World War II Congressional Gold Medal. How important it is and how high ranking it is. And it is. It is actually one of the top 3 medals that the US government can offer. The other 2 are the Congressional Gold Medal of Honor and the Presidential Medal of Freedom. But what I wanted to do today is to talk about the medal itself. You've heard about the history of it. How about the medal itself? The medal is 3 inches in diameter, and it weighs 6 ounces. So when you get it today, hold it up. It's very substantial. Don't drop it on your foot. The Congressional Gold Medal is not a cookie-cutter medal. This medal is not the same as the one that was designed for Dwight Eisenhower or the Navajo Code Talkers or the Filipino Scouts or the Tuskegean Airmen. Each of them are custom designed. I was very privileged and honored to be selected for the design committee for this medal, along with the speakers you saw, Ed Gore, Major General Chen, Major General Lee, and Admiral Ewan here. This was 2019, and we spent 7 months with artists and sculptors to design this medal. And I want to explain to you what the themes were on the medal so that when you look at it, you have a better understanding and maybe appreciation of what is it trying to tell you. On the front of the medal, there is 7 Chinese American figures, 7. 6 men and 1 woman. They are in their World War II service uniforms. And what we were trying to connote by these 7 figures is that Chinese American veterans of World War II fought in every branch of the service. The Army Air Forces, the Marines, the Navy, the Coast Guard, and the Merchant Marine. So you'll see them all in the front. In the back, the reverse side, we wanted to connote that Chinese American veterans of World War II fought in every theater of war, whether it be in Asia and the Pacific, or the Atlantic in Europe and North Africa. And they fought on land, sea, and air. So we have depicted on the back of the coin, the reverse side of the coin, the equipment, the major equipment they used to represent land, sea, and air. The first is the Sherman tank. It's an Army tank that operated both in the Pacific and the European theater as the land equipment. For the air equipment, we selected the P-40 Warhawk aircraft. And for those history buffs among you, you will know that that was the aircraft that was used by the Flying Tigers in Kunming, China, defending against the Japanese. And if you look at the detail, they did a great job on this medal. You look at the detail, you'll see the Flying Tiger shark's design and the teeth on the nose of this P-40 aircraft. And what about the sea? The sea we have represented by the battleship Missouri. This is the World War II battleship in which the surrender of Japan was accepted by General MacArthur in September 1945. So what about this coin? It's called the Congressional Gold Medal. But is it gold? What do you think? Is it gold? Are we all going to get a gold coin today? Well, maybe not. Because if it were, well, the answer is no. There is one, by law, gold coin struck, 6 ounces of gold, and it is the property of the US government that will be stored and displayed in the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C. So in a few years, they're going to do a display for it. You can go to probably the Natural History of American History Museum and see it there. But you are getting today, it's not gold, but it's bronze. And it's a bronze duplicate, and I think you'll be very, very pleased with it. And so who makes it? Anybody have a guess? Is it Lee's Coin Shop in Itaewon, Korea? Or is it Wong's Engraving in Shanghai? No. It's actually done by the United States Mint, the same people that print your money and give you your quarters and your dimes and your nickels. So I hope with this bit of information, you'll have a better understanding and maybe a better appreciation of this great medal that you're going to receive today. Thank you.
All right, we're going to get started with the medal presentation, but first I'd like to introduce our presenters. We have Major General Steve Tom, Rear Admiral Jonathan Ewan, Brigadier General John Ma, Colonel Baldwin Au, and Colonel Norman Pang. We're going to start. We are very fortunate today to have some of the widows of the veterans here today with us to receive the medals. And we're going to start with some of these folks in the front. So let's see. Army Air Force? You want to come up to the front?
Can you come?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You're okay. Thank you. I need the card too.
There you go.
Wait, could you step forward here?
Yeah,
Just
okay.
face me. Thank you.
Yeah.
On behalf of the United States Congress and a grateful nation, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Wingitsun Dia, U.S. Army Air Forces. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Here. Okay. Did you want to stay here? You want to stand up? Oh, you want to stand up? You can come first.
On behalf of the United States Congress, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to William Au, United States Army.
The box. Yeah, I'll send her first. Okay, just yeah. She's just going to stay here.
She's going to stay there. Okay. Thank you. In behalf of the Congress of the United States, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Richard Lowell, United States Army.
she?
Yes. We'll have her stand up.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I like the name here.
Yes, I know. Perfect, isn't it?
We'll just, can she?
That's fine.
That's good.
Just stay right there. That's fine. On behalf of the United States Congress and a grateful nation, it's my privilege to present this Congressional Gold Medal to George W. Tom, especially a great honor for me, being another Tom. U.S. Army Air Forces, congratulations. Okay. All right, great. Thank you.
Navy. We're going to do this first.
Thank you. All right. On behalf of the United States Congress, I have the pleasure to present this Congressional Gold Medal to Lok Shui, United States Navy.
Let's see. And you do it now or later? Yeah, later. Okay. All right. Okay, we're going to progress with the rest of the ceremony. What's going to happen is I'm going to ask all the Army folks here to stand up. And we will just kind of queue around. So just give me a minute here. Yep.
Sure.
I don't know, this is kind of weird. Morning, ready? On behalf of the United States Congress and a grateful nation, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to G.S. Fong, U.S. Army. Congratulations. Okay.
I will be presenting two medals today. So again, on behalf of the United States Congress, I'd like to present this Congressional Gold Medal to Horn Gung Guk. Gok. Thank you.
Thank you.
United States Army. And the second one is to Fred Ming Gok, United States Army.
In behalf of the Congress of the United States, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Hiram Mon Ching, U.S. Army.
On behalf of the Congress of the United States, I'd like to
show the picture. Yeah, there we go. On behalf of the United States Congress and a grateful nation, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Walter Gin Chong, Chong, United States Army. Congratulations. Okay, we'll go.
On behalf of the United States Congress, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to John Tom, United States Army.
In behalf of the Congress of the United States, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Len Song Lee, United States Army.
On behalf of the Congress of the United States, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Moon Fook Chin, United States Army.
On behalf of the United States Congress and a grateful nation, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Sang K. Lum, U.S. Army Air Forces. Congratulations. Okay, let's go.
On behalf of the United States Congress, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Pim Louis, United States Army.
In behalf of the Congress of the United States, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to George Ng, United States Army.
On behalf of the Congress of the United States, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Chin S. Tung, United States Army.
On behalf of the United States Congress and a grateful nation, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Albert Young, United States Army. Congratulations. Okay, let's take another picture.
On behalf of the United States Congress, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Tom N. Wong, United States Army.
In behalf of the Congress of the United States, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Louis S. Hing, United States Army. Congratulations.
On behalf of the Congress of the United States, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Larry Wong, United States Army.
On behalf of the United States Congress and a grateful nation, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Dick Gong Dun, United States Army. Congratulations.
On behalf of the United States Congress, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Leonard Wu, Army Air Forces.
Of the Congress of the United States, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to John On, Army Air Force, and a Flying Tiger. Yeah.
On behalf of the Congress of the United States, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Johnny On Yen Gore, United States Army Air Forces.
On behalf of the United States Congress and a grateful nation, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Arthur K. Wong, U.S. Army Air Forces. Congratulations.
On behalf of the United States Congress, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Lynn David K. Liu, United States Army.
Hold your picture, face the camera. In behalf of the Congress of the United States, the Congressional Gold Medal is awarded to Harold K. Louis, U.S. Army.
Yeah, right there. On behalf of the Congress of the United States, this Congressional Gold Medal is awarded to Benson K. Lee, United States Army Air Forces.
On behalf of the United States Congress and a grateful nation, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Hua Sun Ju, United States Army. Congratulations.
On behalf of the United States Congress, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Earl Wong, United States Army.
Thank you.
Face the camera. Ready? Okay. It didn't hit her foot. Okay. In behalf of the Congress of the United States, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to San S. Shu, United States Army.
On behalf of the Congress of the United States, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to George F. Lum, Jr., United States Army.
On behalf of the United States Congress and a grateful nation, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Atherton Kwan, United States Army. Congratulations.
On behalf of the United States Congress, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Richard Kwan, United States Army.
In behalf of the Congress of the United States, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to WWII, United States Army.
On behalf of the Congress of the United States, I'd like to present the Congressional Gold Medal to Kim K. Wong, United States Army.
On behalf of the United States Congress, I am privileged to present this Congressional Gold Medal to Lao Yen Cheung, United States Navy.
I have the honor to present a Navy veteran. On behalf of the United States Congress and a grateful nation, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Herbert Gong, United States Navy. Congratulations. Hold it up. Take a picture of it.
Fine. How you doing?
Great. On behalf of the Congress, I have the privilege to present this Congressional Gold Medal to Toy Lim, Merchant Marine.
Thank you.
On behalf of the United States Congress, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to George Henry Chang, United States Navy.
All right.
70.
All right. On behalf of the United States Congress, I have the pleasure of presenting this Congressional Gold Medal to Dak Sun Fong, United States Navy. All right, on behalf of the United States Congress, I have the privilege of presenting this Congressional Gold Medal to Philip Yi Ten, United States Navy. All right. I have the privilege of presenting this Congressional Gold Medal to Gui Sin Eng, United States Navy. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to take a picture right here. Show it up. Lift it up in here. Sorry. My Uncle Ed.
On behalf of the United States Congress and a grateful nation, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Edwin Wong, U.S. Army Air Forces. Congratulations.
On behalf of the United States Congress, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Benton Kim Fong, Army Air Forces.
Face the camera. Okay, ready? Okay. In behalf of the Congress of the United States, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Henry Sam Yoon Ji, United States Army Air Force. Look at the camera. Look at the. Okay, good, okay, good.
I have the honor of presenting to a member of the Flying Tigers. On behalf of the Congress of the United States, I'd like to present the Congressional Gold Medal to Tom C. Louis, United States Army Air Forces.
Lee, U.S. Army Air Forces. Congratulations. Over the pie.
On behalf of the United States Congress, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Harold Tai Chin, Army Air Forces, a pilot with the Flying Tigers.
Okay, good. Hold it up. And then get the camera. In behalf of the Congress of the United States, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Sergeant Army Air Force.
On behalf of the Congress of the United States, I'd like to present the Congressional Gold Medal to Tim P. Lee Oyang, United States Army Air Force.
On behalf of the United States Congress and a grateful nation, this Congressional Gold Medal is presented to William Lee, Jr., United States Army Air Forces. Congratulations.
On behalf of the United States Congress, the Congressional Gold Medal is presented to Don S. Wong, Army Air Forces, serving in China.
On behalf of the United States Congress, I have the privilege of awarding this Congressional Gold Medal to Benjamin Louis, United States Navy.
All right, did we miss anybody? I think everyone got their medal. That was something, wasn't it? Let's all join in God Bless America, please. Please be seated. At this time, I would like to invite Robert Butchart, the chaplain of the VFW, 91st Division, Chinatown Post 4618, to give the benediction.
Thank you. Let us pray. Every day we thank you, Lord, for the precious lives that served our great nation with honor, bravery, and dignity. It is a blessing to reflect on the honorable duty of many Chinese American servicemen and women during World War II and in all wars. Please join me in a moment of silence. These men and women are worthy of far greater recognition than words. We give thanks for those who made this Congressional Gold Medal for service in World War II possible through long hours and hard efforts. We pray for those loved ones who never lost faith and always supported their family members who went off to battle. The same loved ones that are here today and are proudly representing their service members. May God bless them with love. Thank you, Lord, for these brave Chinese American comrades. Thank you for their service and sacrifices, not only during the time of war, but equally at home on another type of battlefield. May God bless their souls as they look down today with compassion for those who never forgot, who always have faith, and will continue to live life. Amen.
Thank you. I'd like to make some acknowledgments because none of this would be possible if we didn't have a team, sponsors, and a very, very dedicated group of people who believe in the mission that the Chinese American veterans of World War II needed to be recognized. One of our corporate sponsors, AARP, has a message for us.
Greetings and congratulations for receiving the Chinese American Congressional Gold Medal for your service to our country in World War II, the highest honor Congress can bestow for military service. AARP is proud to recognize and celebrate Chinese and Chinese American World War II veterans, and we are honored to help contribute to securing the gold medals. To all of our veterans and their families, we salute your service and the sacrifices you make for our freedom. We recognize your contributions to strengthening and protecting our nation. My name is Tim Logan, a proud U.S. Navy veteran and an AARP California volunteer for the Veterans Military and Families Advisory Committee. AARP has had a long history of supporting veterans, military, and their families, including approximately 5 million individuals who are AARP members. By listening to our members, being in the community, and hosting forums and informational sessions, we know veterans and military families have unique challenges they face every day. We are here to better serve those who have worn the uniform by offering free community programs, online resources, and specialized information in areas that truly matter. AARP is a trusted source for tips and critical information on family caregiving, financial security concerns like savings and plannings, re-careering or finding a job during transition, as well as fighting fraud and scams. Our resources are available at our website, aarp.org/veterans. In addition to providing free informational resources for veterans and their families, AARP also serves veterans and their families in our communities at local events and service projects. AARP is pleased to offer free workshops for veterans and their families, such as our military caregiving workshop, where we help loved ones with information on how to plan and prepare to provide care. There are 5.5 million military and veteran caregivers in the United States who provide $14 billion in services for wounded warriors each year. Through our free online resources, AARP can help those hidden heroes on the caregiving journey. AARP also has an Operation Protect Veterans Workshop, where we help inform participants about the latest scams and frauds facing veterans and military. Research finds military veterans are twice as likely as civilians to be targeted by con artists. Fraudsters come at ex-service members and their families from many angles, employing vet-focused twists on identity theft, imposter scams, coronavirus scams, bogus job offers, and investment and loan deceptions. Again, you can learn more at our website, aarp.org/veterans. AARP is honored to be a part of your ceremony today and recognize the 20,000 Chinese American soldiers who fought in World War II. AARP salutes you.
And finally, I'd like to recognize some people whoever this project would not have been possible, and to make today's event possible for each and every one of you to receive the medal. We have Davis Chen, who led the Northern California CGM Regionals. Davis, our San Francisco Lodge volunteers, working tirelessly behind the scenes to make this possible. Ed Gore, are you in the audience? I thought I saw you. He's hiding somewhere. He's in the back there. Came in from Houston yesterday to join us. And you know, what's really important is that the collaboration we have with our veterans organizations. We have the American Legion, Cathay Post 384, VFW 91st Division Post 4618. And Ron Chan from the JA Project, who put together that slideshow that you saw earlier today with the living veterans receiving their medals. But most of all, I want to thank all of you for coming today for this celebration. And please, take the medal home, tell the stories. Don't let these stories get lost, all right? Thank you so much. Enjoy the weekend.